Hi there, thank you for checking out A Bit Better Yoga. My name is Jen and I put out yoga videos aimed to help people who are working professionals, who are juggling a lot of different things and trying to fit yoga into their busy lifestyle. Today is a very short practice that is aimed at a reset for your work from home day. We're in the middle of a remote work environment here in 2020, and this is the perfect short practice for when you need to take a little bit of a break in your day. And no, this is not where I work from home from this chair. I actually do most of my working from home on the couch on the other side of the camera. But the point of this chair is to show you that this is something that we can do mostly seated. So you might even be in a meeting, right? And turn your camera off, get a couple of these stretches in, it's perfect. So it's really simple, something that you can use to reset yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. So let's start right in, finding that seat in our chair or the couch. Okay, so let's find our nice comfortable seat on our chair, whatever it might look like, and ground down through the tailbone. And if your feet make contact with the earth, great. If not, try to scooch forward so that they can. We want multiple places of contact so that we feel extra stable here. And we're just gonna start by taking a nice twist to the right. So if your chair has arms like mine does, you can take both hands to the arm of the chair and then focus on sitting up tall and rolling that right shoulder back as you look over the right shoulder. Try to keep the hips pointing forward on the chair and just the torso twisting, collarbones are parallel to the side wall. Maybe not grip so tightly here. Find a little ease and find nice long and even breaths. Now come back through center and just find the other side. So take the hands to the opposite arm. If you don't have a chair with an arm, you can just use your leg as a substitute. So you can just press the hands into the outside of the thigh and find your traction that way. Roll that left shoulder back and take the gaze over the left shoulder. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Release and come back through center. And then reach the hands up to the sky. Get nice and long through the sides of the waist. Make a lot of space here. And then just take the right hand down, reach the left arm over. The right hand can rest on the arm of the chair or on your thigh. Roll that left shoulder back and take the gaze up. A lot of this midday reset is about making space in your body because we tend to hunch over our computers or at our desk. We just really want to open up and re-find the space in our body and mind. Press into that bottom hand to come back through center. Reach the right hand up to meet the left, and then find the other side. Relax the shoulders and roll that right one away as the gaze reaches up. Continue to think of being long through the waist and reach up with those fingertips. Press into the bottom hand, reach back up tall with the left fingertips, get long, and then float the hands down. Relax those shoulders. And now again, using the sides of the chair if you have them, or you can just place the hands on the thighs. We're gonna press into those hands as we push the chest through the upper arms and gaze up for a seated cow pose. And as we exhale, we're gonna push away and round through the upper back, tucking the chin. Maybe the back hits the back of your chair or the sofa, wherever you happen to be. Inhale, come forward. Let's tie this to our breath. Find that cow pose. Exhale, round back. Curl those shoulder blades away from one another. Chin tucks. Inhale forward. Exhale, come on back. Just round, nice and easy. And then come back to sit up nice and tall. Let's actually take it all the way down to our feet and focus a little bit on our legs. So first with our feet, and here is definitely where you're going to want to find contact with the earth, ground down through all four corners of the feet. Just press in nice and lightly. And then we're going to flex our toes towards our shins. So just take the right toes and bring them up towards your shin. And place it down. Take the left toes and bring them up. And this should be active. It shouldn't just be, oh, I'm flexing my toes towards my shins. You should really be feeling that movement and feeling the stretch through the calf, maybe even a little bit in the front of the shin. Press the left toes back down and then bring both toes up. And then take the hands underneath that right thigh and try pointing the right toes towards the floor. So you're just supporting your thigh with your clasped hands underneath. And then refine that flex. Point. And flex. And now with the foot lightly flexed, not too active here, we're just going to take that leg out long. Nice little stretch for the hamstring. Let's kick that foot right towards me. And then place the right foot back down. All right, let's take our hands underneath the left thigh and we're going to point and flex just a couple times. So point the left foot down towards the earth. Really feel the stretch through the top of the foot. And then flex the toes back towards the shin. Point. And flex, actively flex. One more time. Point those toes, feel the stretch in the ankle. Flex. And then just a nice gentle flex here as we stretch the left leg out, getting a stretch in the hamstring. See the bottom of your feet like you're seeing mine right now. And place that left foot back down. And now again, we're going to hug underneath the right thigh. And maybe even we clasp in front of the right knee around that shin. We're just going to pull that right knee into our chest, feeling a little stretch or a little sensation in the front of the right hip. We do a lot of this action when we're sitting all day. Sometimes to exaggerate, it actually feels good because then when we release that right foot back down, it feels a little bit more spacious here. Come under the left thigh, pull it in, maybe you even grab around that left shin. Sit up nice and tall as you do this. Feel that sensation on the front of the left hip. And place that foot back on down. Now for this one, we are going to stand up. So I'm going to move my makeshift chair out of the way. Maybe you can just find a little room. You don't need much. Thankfully, this isn't too heavy to move around. Because we really want to get into these hip flexors. Again, the idea is to make space because we're sitting all day long, or for most of the day anyway. So we'll turn to the side so you can see. Press the left foot into the earth and just take that right foot behind you. Nice and easy. This isn't too drastic here. Take the left hand to your core, to your abdominals, and your right hand to your low back, and just press those hips forward and just lean forward a bit so you can get a nice little sensation here in through the front of the right thigh. This might be enough. You might be feeling a little bit more open through the hip flexors. If you want to get more of that quad stretch and you want to get more into the hip flexors, if you have the ability and the stability to balance on the left foot, reach around for that right ankle or the top of the right foot. If you have the foot, glue the knees together and refine that action of pushing the hips forward in space so you really get into the front of that right thigh. Wherever you are here, just breathe. Release the foot if you have it. Come back to a nice even standing pose. So again, let's set up. Find a little bit of that openness here. Take the left toes behind you. You can even press the tops of the toes into the mat. Right hand comes to the lower abdominals. Left hand comes to the back, to your low back. And just press the hips forward in space. Really, the goal here isn't to lean forward and find that back bend, but rather just to press forward with the left hip so you get that hip flexor in on the game. And if you're ready for it and up to it today, you can reach around for that left ankle or the top of the left foot. Glue the knees back in together. Find your stability and balance here and repress those hips forward. Just a couple breaths, finding that openness. Release that foot down, shake it out. And then from here, continuing to stand, continuing to move that work from home chair out of the way, we're just going to take a pose that really emphasizes creating that space and just finding that openness in a day when Our bodies are definitely wanting to do this, right? So take a little bit of a wide stance here. Feet can be about shoulder width apart, maybe even wider. So really making that nice V shape with your legs. And then we're just gonna reach our arms up and make a V shape with our arms. And then exhale, float the hands back down. Nothing fancy here. Inhale, make a lot of space through the sides of the waist, reaching up all the way through the middle fingers, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, come on back down. One last time, big inhale up. And exhale. Back on down. All right. So, I'm gonna refine my seat. You're welcome to do the same. Hopefully you have a slightly more comfortable work from home chair than what I'm showing you. But it all works. It all works to show you that we can do these little simple moves throughout our day as a reset for ourselves, physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever we need. And it doesn't need to even be all of this. This is a short practice, but you can make it even shorter. Maybe you just do that last move where you're finding that space. Because it is about, especially when we're working from home, making space in our day. It can all run together, right? It can all seem like one big chaotic jumble mess of a day of home, family, life, work, all the things. And so if we take a couple minutes, couple breaths, just to find some space and some openness, we'll be all the better for it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you for joining me. Hit the subscribe button below so that you know anytime, and the notification bell, so that you know anytime that I put out a new video. And definitely follow me on Instagram because that is where I post little things throughout the week to keep us connected and motivated, to help us get a bit better together. All right, hope to see you next time.